Welcome to the Director Mentorship Program, our introduction session. So the purpose of this session is to just give you a big background of the program, to see how it works, and also for you to give you an opportunity to see, are you interested in the program? Is this what you are looking for? But yeah, I know you're going to like this program. This session is going to be 30 minutes, yeah, around 30 minutes long, maybe if it extends, maybe just up to 40 minutes, but it's going to go quick and it's going to be short. All right, let's get the slide up. All right, yeah, it's now in slide mode. All right, this program is by the Fast Forward Group. Actually, it's by Anvil, which is a business unit of Fast Forward Group. And my name is Taka. I'll be presenting this session for you. So like I say, this is just an introduction section so that you just see, do you like to go for the program and how it works and all that information. So maybe what is going to work at the end of this program, if you want to ask questions, please give us a call, send us a message, actually send me a message, with questions and to say, no, I've watched this session, introduction session, and, how can I take it forward from now? All right. This is the agenda of the program. So just it's going to be, one slide, maybe 2 slides per topic. So it's going to be quick. All right. And also, by the way, I speak very fast. So yeah, you just have to listen as I go. All right. This is the first slide, just show some information about myself. It's a lot of information, but since you're watching this in the comfort of your home, maybe you can take some time to read all the information that is there. Just pause and just read. But the next few slides is going to give more details in terms of myself. All right. These are some of the qualifications that I have. If you look, I start all the way back in 1999 with a Bachelor of Civil Engineering degree. I've got an MBA degree. I'm also a project management professional. I'm a certified director with Institute of Directors South Africa. You can see some of the qualifications that are here. I'm also certified Triple P profession. So these are some of the qualifications that I have acquired over the years. All right. This session, this slides rather, is just show what I've been doing over the years. So you can see that I've been working since the year 2000. It's a lot of years. Yeah. So from the year 2000, I've been working. I see that I started as an engineer. But what I want to point to some of the positions that are relevant to this program. I have been on the board. I've served on the board of the Project Management Institute, South Africa, for some years. I've also served on the board of Greater Tahu Economic Development Agency. It is based around Kimberley area, but in the northwest province side of South Africa. I'm also on the board and an executive director of MSET Properties, which is based in Rustenburg in South Africa. This is it's a property investment company. It's a private company. I'm also an advisor currently with the National Treasury, where I'm involved in municipal finance recovery service. I'm advised there. So I'm advising municipal officials, councils, and in terms of turnaround municipalities. I'm also an advisor with the National Department of Human Settlements as well. I'm also a committee member of the SAIC, which is the South African Institute of Civil Engineers. I'm also an audit committee member of Capricorn District Municipality, which is here in Limpopo Province. I'm also a nominee director of the International Finance Corporation, World Bank Group. So you can see that I'm currently very busy, and I hope this gives you comfort that, I know 1 or 2 things about what we are, this program. Right, just to give a background now about the program. Right. Getting into board appointment is very competitive. So you're going to find that it's going to be challenging, and a lot of people want to be on boards. Competitive, but you'll find that in statistics, in terms of statistics, each board appoints a person every year. So the question, it's on average, okay? So the question is, where are those people coming from? right? And because you want to be one of those people who are getting into these boards. And also what I want to also point out is that there's a traditional way of appointing board members, where I think, words phrases, a phrase like old boys school, or I've seen also an old women's club as well. So old boys club and old women's club. This is old boys club is typically we've got they're all above 50, or actually all above 60. Average age is 60, and sometimes they're all white, all male, and they are on this board. They all come from the same school. If you're not coming from the same school, their school, you won't get a chance. That's the old boys club. But now things have changed recently, and COVID changed everything, the way boards are recruited. A research that was done by Hendrik et Trago, that is in 2021, and the results came out in 2022. It showed that 43% of board seats across the world were first-time directors. So these are people who have never been on the board. And this is the highest ever, because before that, it was only, it was very unlikely for new people to be on the board. But these days, it's more likely that the next board member is going to be a first-time director. So things have changed. And some of the things that are driving change include issues to do with cybersecurity. I think we've heard that companies are being ransomed, and they hack into the organization and so forth. But you find that the board didn't know how to handle that. What do you do when those things happen? Actually, some boards members don't even understand the idea of cybersecurity and why it is important. So this is one of the things that is causing change within board members who understand information technology. And we're finding that we need at least one board member who understands that. Some of the things also causing change has to do with ESG issues, environmental, social, and governance, where we need to be more environmental friendly. And we need board members who are capable in that area. We've got skills and knowledge to govern in terms of ESG. And some of the issues as well that we also see is that that is driving this issue of diversity that is coming in. I think a few years back, there's been a drive for diversity in the board. Not just diversity in terms of race, but diversity in terms of culture, in terms of gender, in terms of age. So all those things are coming in, to say we need a more diverse board than before. For example, you find that the average age of the board is 60 years old. But you find that the average age of the customer of the organization is 30 years old. So you can find there's a disjuncture between the knowledge of the board and the customers, the clients they serve. But that is now changing because we now need younger people. And now we understand that it doesn't take age to serve on the board. We see that young people can even have got the competence to serve in boards. So these things are driving change, and there's increasing demand for new board members, younger board members, to be on the board as well. Right, this slide, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. It just shows you, what you are going to experience through this program. Challenging you, also tap into my experience, also make you be what you want to be. But what we are in a summary, what I'm going to say with this slide is this: it's not going to be easy, it's not going to be fast tracking, but we're going to get at the bottom with it and make you a great director and help you to get that board seat. So this is what we're going to do through this program. And also this program, we maximize on 3 areas that we focus on. Number 1, theoretical corporate governance. So we look at things like what is corporate governance, what are board positions, how do they work, ethics, risk, compliance, how to manage performance, all those things. We're going to look at that. These are the theoretical content of corporate governance. But also this program is practical. We look at things like your board CV, simulated board meeting. We look at board positions because we want to get you into the board position. This program, again, is relevant. We got a section that is dedicated to social media, your online presence, your director brand, because we want to make sure that you are relevant for today, and then you've got that, so that you can get into boards. Now, in terms of admission, we strict on this one. you must have at least a bachelor's degree and 3 years leadership experience. Now, I'll tell you the reason why. Because we want you to be at that level of engagement. All right. For example, we've got an option where you can get into groups. It's very unfair to have one group member or some group member who have got advanced, postgraduate qualification, and then you've got someone who did not, maybe barely finish high school. It doesn't, the engagement level, we want it to be at that level. So this is non-negotiable. We want you to have a bachelor's degree, at least 3 years leadership experience, so that you can engage at that level, and then it makes you gap you to move forward. If you don't have, let's say, a bachelor's degree, you need to have at least 5 years leadership experience to compensate that side that is lacking in terms of your academic. But what we want to make sure that we give you the right team, the right group that's going to help you to move forward in terms of, so it's why we have this admission criteria. All right. Just going to the breakdown of the sessions. These are the sessions that we have. There are 12 sessions. The first 2 sessions, I'm going to go through them. The first 2 sessions, we talk about a director development strategy, where it's more of about you. Right. The first 2 sessions about you. It's going to be personal. So what we're going to look at, developing your self-awareness, your personal mastery, and then we move through it in stages until you go to governance mastery. Now, I'm going to just say this. You need to be able to understand yourself. You need to be able to control and manage yourself before you understand and manage others. So this is the basis, and then you can progress that to teams, leadership, and then governance. So we're going to look at that, and some of the tools that we're going to use, we use the 4 quadrants, we use the personal SWOT analysis, we also use the strength finder. We're going to talk about strength finder just now in the next coming slide. But these 2 sessions, we focus on that. At the end of the day, we want to develop your career strategy that's going to take you into the boardroom, into governance positions. Session number 3 up to 7. These are on good corporate governance principles. So it's more of that theoretical content. What is governance? Where did it start from? How do boards work? What is the role of directors? What is the role of boards? Conflict of interest, ethics, risk, performance, governance, things like that. We look at that as we go through. Session number 8, we now look at your international relevance, because we want to make sure that you're relevant in the international space. So we're going to look at King 4. We're going to compare it with ISO 37000 series. So this is ISO series. It's quite a number of standards that are 37000 series on which focus on governance. So we'll look at that. We also look at the international integrated reporting framework, and also some ESG issues, because we want to make sure that you are at that international level. And then session number 9 up to 12, they come back to back. They're exciting. We was want to end at that level, at that notch. The first session number 9, your director brand. So we look at, how to present your brand. Look at your CV, leverage social media, your LinkedIn, your online presence, how to create the right network that is going to be an asset for you, because your network is the asset that you're going to use. So you need to have the right network, how to create that, and use that network to move your career forward. Session number 10, you look at board positions, how to look for board positions, interviews, due diligence, what are the type of remunerations that are there. So we look at all that information. Now, just wait a minute. You also receive, if you get into this program, you're going to receive weekly board position. So every Friday, you're going to receive some board position. Now, we have recently sent, beginning of the year, this is 2024, we've just sent out our first, batch of board positions. And we've got 18 board positions that we are sending out. And last year, at the end of the year, we had a file or a folder with over 300 board positions that we sent throughout the year. And you should get yours. you should get yours because it's a lot of board positions. And now our board positions, I can say maybe 40 to 50% are South African government related, state-owned enterprises, etc. But half of it, private sector, non-profit organization, and even international, organizations as well. So we send every Friday, expect about 6 plus or minus 6 board positions every Friday. And then the next session is world-class director. Your key board skills in the boardroom, outside the boardroom, your key success factors for your career and your business. So we're going to give you some tips that's going to accelerate your career. And then we'll end with the executive presence, the art of controlling your environment, mastering the people around you so that you can able to tell people to do things that they wouldn't do for anyone else who doesn't want that. So this is the 12 sessions that are in the program. Now to this slide, I'm not going to go through it because we've definitely covered. Maybe let me just go through it. So through this program, you discover your personal profile, strengths, what motivates you, identify your knowledge, your experience. You also, quantify your skill, your knowledge, ability, your achievement. Also redefine and discover yourself or what you really want. What, where, who, and why. Explore your options. Sometimes it's going to be a dramatic change to your career that's going to happen. Develop a career strategy, that's going to take you to the next level. Understand what is good corporate governance, also your board skills, your language, your behavior, all that will be affected. Develop and even promote your director brand, how to promote yourself because you are a brand, and get known, how to get known. Also, you'll be able to generate a powerful story. We've got what I call your story. That is something that you need to hear. You're going to talk about what is your story, how to articulate your story. Director CV profile. We'll also talk about how to create, write your cover letters. As you look for board position, practical interview skills. Also, which organizations is right for you. Also, due diligence as well. So this is what the program is going to cover. Now, some of the resources that we're going to use, we've got 4 books, or rather 3 books that we use. Strength Finder, Corporate Governance, The Director's Guide, Nice Girls Still Do Not Get the Corner Office, and then The Fish Rots from the Head. So these are the 4 books, okay? I'm going to go through them from the left to the right. The first book, Corporate Governance, The Director's Guide. This was written by Tom Goff and Karen. It's a fantastic book. I always say this is a South African book. It's based on King 4. What they did, they basically take King 4 and expand around it. It's like the Bible of corporate governance. You need to have this book by your side because it has got all the information in terms of you as a director, how to navigate your space. It's a very brilliant book. The second book, Strength Finder by the Gallup Group. So this book, so maybe let me talk about Gallup Group have been studying strengths, of people, what makes people succeed and become extraordinary. The bottom line is, whatever you are good at, you need to focus on that. So whatever you're good at, that is what is going to take you to the top. So that's the bottom line. So at the end of this book, there's a code that is there. You can use it to access an online platform where there's a test. You complete the test. It's going to reveal to you your top 5 strengths, whether it's strategic, social, whichever it is, your top 5. And now you need to develop and nurture those strengths because those are the strengths that will take you to the top. So this is about this book. The next book, The Fish Rots from the Head. It was written by Bob Garrett, Professor Bob. He's based in UK, but has worked across not just Africa, US, New Zealand, Australia. He's also sometimes a guest lecturer at University of Stellenbosch. So in this book, he condenses all this knowledge. It's a high level, if I can say. I wouldn't recommend for those who are starting in terms of governance because it's serious things, they're challenging. So this book, we use it only for those who are already on boards, who want to go to the next level. Then the last book, the 4th book, Nice Girls Still Don't Get the Corner Office. This is a brilliant book. When I got it for the first time, I read it from cover until the last cover. It is awesome. Yeah, I'm a man, but it's just captivating. what I discover is that the mistakes that I say that men still make the same mistake. So I always joke and say this book was written by a woman to hide things from men. So men must also read it. One or two things that apply to men is when you talk about maternity, but everything applies to men as well. And men, I still see men making the same mistake. So these are the resources that we're going to use. Other resources that we're going to use, they include the King 4 report, ISO 37000 standards series, rather this whole series, also International Integrated Reporting Framework. Some of the material around ESG, we'll use that as we go. All right. Now, let's look at how the program is structured, okay? We've got two options, one-on-one, or you can join the small group. Now, our small groups, they are not more than 5 people. So we make sure that we got a cutoff. The reason being, we want people to engage. We want to maximize engagement. We don't want you to come and hide in the group. So it's not more than 5 people, maybe 4, maybe 5, right? And also small groups, they are all virtual because it's easy when you're a small group. But if you're one-on-one, there's also an option for you to do in person. Our sessions are 1 hour long. Now, our sessions in reality are never 1 hour because we always keep on going and going. Actually, most of our sessions, they are 1.5 hours long. And sometimes one day I remember we were now on 2.5 hours and we say, no, let's end this because it's exciting. People want to talk, we want to engage, we want to learn, and we want. So our sessions, we always say it's 1 hour, but they go beyond 1 hour. Also, when we schedule, we prefer, if you're a small group, to schedule a time that is outside working hours so that, we know outside working hours we can all, will most likely to be available. But if it's on one-on-one, it depends on us, okay? Also, scheduling a group, it depends on a group, but on one-on-one, you schedule depending on the individual. In terms of session, I would not want us to have a session every week. The reason being, it's a lot of content to digest and apply in a week. So it's better if we have a session in 2 weeks. If you want to stretch it, you can have a session a month. It's still okay. It's still a good, because you've got a lot of information that you receive in one session and you need to apply it. You need to think around it so that it's become relevant to your life. So we don't allow one session every week. We wouldn't allow. We want time for you to think around what we are learning. Also, in terms of confidentiality in a group, it's limited to the group, unlike in one-on-one. And then for the price, at the moment, for small group, it's 1,200 per session. Okay. If you are one-on-one, it's 2,400 per session. Now, what we do in terms of it's per session. So if you can multiply, if there are 12 sessions, if it's a small group, so 12 by 1,200 Rand, it's going to be 14,000. And then if it's a one-on-one, it's going to get to about 28,000. So for the whole program, some people, it's their companies which they pay the whole amount just on ones, which is acceptable. But what we do from our side, the first payment, the first session number 1, you pay it upfront. So in other words, you pay before the session. The reason why we do this, because we want to send you those books. You receive hard copies of the books. So we want to send you the book, so you pay upfront for the first, and then after that, you're going to receive an invoice on around the 25th of the month, or 25th, you receive an invoice with the sessions that you've attended so that you can pay. So you're going to receive a monthly invoice until the end. So also, I think on the same note, just to make it clear again, because on average, we have one session in 2 months, in 2 weeks, it means we're going to have 2 sessions in 1 month. So for 12 sessions, it means this program is going to be 6 months to 7 months. So think about it. Sometimes we can even add more sessions. Usually, if we add more sessions, specialized sessions, we don't charge for those sessions. They are more, we just add up, but the 12 sessions are the ones that you pay, but we might, add extra sessions, to cover certain issues. All right, let's just go back again, just to summarize. If you want to have in-person session, you come to our offices here in Silver Lakes in Pretoria. Yeah, if you want one-on-one, and also the time, we talked about it, so we clarified about that. Also frequency of the sessions, we talked about it, it's clear. And then also professional and career advice. If you are part of the program, you are welcome to give me a call, send me a message, an email to talk about a career, anything about a career, whether you're getting challenges, whether you've got opportunities you want to go for. So what happens with our students, okay? They usually ask for when they, because we send the board positions every Friday. So they say, oh, what should I do? So we engage around that as well. So if you become part of the program, you can ask any questions concerning your career, even concerning your business as well, because we are also interested also in your business success as well. At the end of this program, you receive the certificate of attendance that you've attended the session. Now, just to conclude, during the program, you'll be able to review your director brand. We also give feedback, recommendation. Also, you discover your leadership styles. You learn keyboard skills, key terms, so that when you get in the boardroom, you're not going to ask those silly questions. You know what's happening. You know the terms that are being used. You gain access to my expertise and network. Some of the candidates we have, they ask, for certain connections or to be connected to someone. I don't want to say I know big people, in high places. Yeah, I know a few, okay? And sometimes it's just like the right person, the right time, we are friends with that person. So it happens. So I'm also able to connect you as well to my network. You also reach your potential, also your director dream during this program. You get appointed to boards. Remember, you are receiving board positions every week. From what we've seen in the last year, okay, this is our third year to do this program. Last year, we found that almost everyone, actually everyone, got appointed to boards. I believe one person also got almost 3 board positions. So you will definitely get appointed as you go through this program. Now, if you are serving on boards, there's a chance that you'll be paid. Now, I'm saying a chance because I don't want to say you definitely be paid, because some board positions, they are voluntary, okay? So you will be paid to serve in boards. Maybe, I don't want to say that you'll be rich because you're serving in boards, okay? Yeah, I cannot say that, but yeah, some board positions, they pay a lot of money, but yeah, so be aware of that. So you also get paid as you serve in both. These are contact details. If you want to contact me, please take note of this. Please, that is my direct mobile number. You reach me on that. You can use our landline, or you can just drop me an email. This is our email, or you can browse our website, just see what is there. But if you contact me by mobile, I recommend that you send me a WhatsApp message. It's easy because, WhatsApp, when I don't have to reply you immediately, I can finish my meeting and then I can, attend to your message. But drop me a WhatsApp message, and then we can start to engage from there to see how we can take it from there. So if you watch this, you say, no, I love this, I want to be part of it, or you want to know more about it, more questions, you're welcome. We want to answer all your questions about this program. All right. So this brings us to the end of this presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I managed to answer some of the questions that you have about this program. Like I say, please contact us. Ask questions. You talk to me. You can talk to Barbara. But on this slide there is my phone number, my direct mobile. Drop me a WhatsApp. Drop us an email, and then we can take it from there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Wish you the best with your career. I want to see you up there on top. Enjoy the rest of your day.